Hey guys, it's Steven. Most of the traders that I talk to are really stressed at the open. Most of them have a million indicators on their charts and kind of have no idea what they're actually doing because they're doing too much and need to pare it down. I'm bringing this stress-free trading diagram out. I used it in another video a while ago, but you really need to establish clarity over chaos, especially at the opening, because that's when the market often is most volatile. Around 75 to 80% of highs and lows are generally set around the first hour of trading. So that's when you have the most movement in the market. I'll show you in a second a couple of ways to get to a simple setup as opposed to trading like 15 different indicators at the open. And what that does is it gives you confidence in the trade. If you have specific entry and exit rules established, then there's no guessing, right? There's no stress necessary at the open because you have this structure that's put in place by knowing exactly what you're looking for, right? Stress dies in the structure. And the last thing, I went over this in an earlier video, but slow is smooth, smooth is fast is a Marine Corps saying, a teaching, a words to live by. And basically what it means is once you get your structure in place, it may take a while. You move slowly at first to learn something, but once you learn it, then you're doing it smoothly. And if you're doing it smoothly, you're doing it quickly. And all combined, what that slow is smooth, smooth is fast gets you to is not stressing about execution in your trading. So let me just go over quickly, and I have other videos on these specific trades, but I want to show you, I'm using my two indicators at the open. One is the opening power bar strategy. The other one is the power bar SMA directional strategy. Both of those are linked to in the description below. There's a bundle that you can buy both of these strategies, or if you don't want the indicators that I've put together, you can just execute the two strategies. They're super simple to execute. And often, even though the two strategies aren't designed specifically to work together, often what happens at the open is that if one strategy, say the power bar opening strategy, doesn't work or doesn't trigger a long or a short, the power bar SMA directional often does, right? It's not all the time that it happens, but if you are someone that has purchased the indicators and is using them together, it's not a bad idea to have both of them active at the open, have both of them turned on at the open. And it's exactly what happened today in the market. And I'm going to go over, like I said, both strategies really quickly. So the opening power bar strategy is simply marking the pre-market high and low and then having a power bar, which didn't happen this morning, but having a power bar form. If it forms at the high, it's moving into the range, going lower, so it's a short. If it forms at the low, then it's moving into the range from the bottom of the range, and it's a long. Like I said, it didn't fire today, but I can show you a day, Wednesday of last week, where it fired. I'm just showing you the strategy really quickly. You've got the pre-market high, the pre-market low. You get a power bar that fires from the pre-market high, which indicates a short, and then a take profit at the pre-market low, right? So that's the strategy. Power bar from the high, enter short, take profit. If it's a power bar from the low, you're going to enter long and take profit. So that's the strategy. I've done multiple videos on this specific strategy. If you want the cheat sheet on the strategy, just comment power in the comments below. Again, I designed an indicator for the strategy so it fires off when the strategy, according to my rules, should be executed. Let me go back to today, though, because I want to show you the other strategy that plays out not all the time, but sometimes when the power bar doesn't fire into the range. You can get a power bar at the open that's moving in the direction of the 20. The red on my chart here is the 20 simple moving average. It's clearing resistance to the left, and that's the buy indicator, right? So you didn't get a power bar firing into the range. So sometimes, and again, not all the time, and like I said, the power bar strategy is a strategy that works at all times of the day. But if the opening power bar strategy doesn't fire, there is a chance, just like today, that the opposing opposite strategy happens, right? You're not breaking into the range, so you're clearing the range. Again, if you happen to have both of these strategies going, you want to be looking for sort of an either or to possibly trigger. Again, not saying that one or the other will trigger, just to be clear, but sometimes when one doesn't, the other one does, just like I did this morning. Power bar off the open. These take profits are 1R, right? So this from here to the first take profit is going to be the same size as this power bar. This is 1.5R. This is 2R. Obviously, you can see that we were attracted to the 600 level in Qs this morning after the power bar fired off. Stop loss is at the base of the power bar. But again, I think you need a clear plan, especially at the open. This gives you two possible setups. There will be days when neither setup triggers, but it gives you two very clear setups to play off the open that reduce stress and let you have a clear picture of where you're going, right at that 9:30 open. And again, if you want the cheat sheet that I did for the power bar at the open strategy, again, the two strategies are power bar at the open and just power bar. But the power bar at the open cheat sheet, comment power below in the comments, and you can have that for free. The indicator bundle, so both indicators together, are for sale via Flux Charts, and that is linked also at the top of the description of this video. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I'm happy to answer them. And I hope this video helps you in your trading. If it does, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll make more videos like this. Thanks.